Alright guys, what is up? It is Gnomes. I'm here in a game between Alakhami and BelaLugosi. We have BelaLugosi here on the bottom right hand side. He will be the one playing FS Salamanders. And on the top hand side, we have Alakhami and or Gutsa, depending on how you know him. And he will be playing Iron Fist Stronghold Meta. Should be a very good matchup. Salaman are very good, very strong battle group. I've talked about them a few times now. They are extremely cheap. Have insane damage, but they're quite squishy, right? Look at this, 0 defense, 45 health, and over here we have 0 defense, 40 health, or 39. So very, very squishy, but also only 64 Nora, 63 Nora. Very, very, low costing. And look at this, if you have an FS bonus, and, you can always look at these bonuses in different ways, but let's just say that we take 6 Nora off of the champion cost, just because you play one every turn, and you get 6 Nora every turn, however much. So you have then 58 Nora for this champion, right? 58 Nora for this fucking Salaman Appraiser, because you're taking 6 Nora off for that bonus, or here you're taking off another 6, dude. These are extremely cheap champions. Now we do have a bit of a lead, or I guess it depends. We'll see what happens here. BelaLugosi will have to deploy bottom. It's going to be a forced deploy, because if he deploys top to protect this top font, let's say he wants to protect it against the Tempest Boar and or the Huntress, then this Shield Warden will move to this bottom font, right? So it depends. Does he want to deploy top or this middle font and say, hey, I'm going to defend the middle font, and that way these two champions will have a harder time? Or does he deploy here and defend against the Shield Warden? Shield Warden, a very, very, very good font contester. And that is really kind of all he does, though, but he's very good at it. Reason being, he has mobility. So with the empowered speed, this champion has to attack 3 times before it loses that mobility, and has bold, okay? So bold plus the mobility means, and it's only 73 Nora. Look, he's at 7 defense at the moment. Yeah, it looks like he's actually going to go middle here. And I think this is not a bad idea, and I'll talk about it in a sec why I think this is actually a good idea to move middle with the privateer. But look at this. So he can move into this font, and you can actually not do anything about it. You can't engage him, so he can't get around you. He'll, no matter what, get into your font. He'll be at 7 defense or more, and even in SL, he's usually played in SL, but in IS he's also very good. In SL, he's at 9 defense. Full fashion SL, he's at 9 defense, but in IS also good. And then he's just in your font, and he sticks there. He's at 7 defense. And you can't kill him, right? Because you have the combat awareness, so it's very hard to just AoE him down. He's at extreme, defense by himself, and he just sticks in a font, and you cannot get him out. A poison trap there would have been really good, though. So now he's going to be in this font. Very hard to deal with. He's always going to engage you if you're a ranged champion, and if you're melee, he generally kind of just, moves back and forth, and then you're like, fuck, how do I kill this? And he's going to use some type of spell to win the 1v1 or something, so very good champion. Now, talking about this game as a whole, why I think it was actually a pretty smart idea to move middle with the privateer and not move the privateer here or deploy the privateer here is because you can deploy as Salaman. You can just deploy right here, and you're defending this font, right? You can deploy your Salamander right into this fight. So you can defend against the Shield Warden very quickly. So let's say now the Shield Warden is here, and then next turn, you're just going to deploy. Okay. You're just going to deploy and then move around here and defend, right? You can play, I don't know, something that removes defense would be best. Something with Illuminate. And then you can help deal with the Shield Warden. Whereas when it comes to this middle font, you have to deploy here and then move to middle. So that's why putting this privateer here early is a good idea. Now, what we did just see was Instill Panic. Instill Panic on the privateer, which means he is distracted, or she, I guess. She is distracted. Is this a guy or a girl? I always thought of this as a girl. Whoa, is this a girl salamander or a guy salamander? Dude, I don't actually know. I always thought of the privateer as a girl salamander. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of those legs. those nice legs. But there could be a guy salamander. I don't know. I always thought of privateer as a girl, but you never know. Wow, I wonder why. And so now the distract means that you can't use the arc blade, and it's not in the font, but he's probably just gonna move him in the font again. maybe just double tap, see if you can kill the Tempest Boar. I mean, playing like a spell or a equipment, playing an equipment so you can get this insta-kill would be good. I think like War Banner plus a equipment would be a kill on the Tempest Boar, right? Because then he'd be at 11, 13, right? He'd be at 13 damage, so double tap would be a kill. So I think, and that's not a bad idea, just because playing an equipment plus the relic would also give them both the evasive, which would then mean they don't take any much. His precision? No, then you wouldn't take too much damage here. So he deploys. He deploys instead of playing anything, which is also not a horrible idea. Also, this Metamorphosis will be very good against the Shield Warden, right? Metamorphosis to deal with his bold and shit. He can attack once, but he's going to be dealing 3 damage. So it's like, is that worth it? I don't know. Ooh, he has the Shatter Summons, but I guess he doesn't really want to run all the way over here to use the Shatter Summons on the board, right? So he is going to double tap. The Crazed Charger does mean that the charge is on cooldown, and he's going to move. Okay, so good positioning here. So now the Appraiser is out of range of the charge. He can move over here and then charge the Privateer if he wants. He can double tap. No, he can't double tap with the Huntress either, so he's out of double tap range. So good positioning so far by both of them, or at least by I see it right now at least for BelaLugosi. Good positioning here. So he would have to move here, charge, and then he can only tap once, and he's here. Now, one thing I do have to say that I believe that BelaLugosi is a far better Salaman player than I am. He's also played them much more often. But I find it weird that he plays Grant Reflexes instead of Healing Potion. Because I love Healing Potion. Because, yes, you only get 6 healing, which isn't amazing, but it's also a cleanse. So, maybe it's because he plays that Relic, right? The Relic with the Cleansing Aura. Maybe that's why he plays the Evasive instead, or the Reflexes, Because then what can happen is if you have that Ingenuity Evasive, you play 2 Relics, then all your champions have Evasive, and you can do the Grant Reflexes, so then all of a sudden all your champions have both Evasive and Reflexes, right? Or whatever champion. But I don't know, I just think being able to just grant 6 healing and cleanse is really insane. Because it's almost always good, right? Like this champion is damaged and distracted, boom, play it on him and you're happy. Even though I guess you can't get, okay. If you're distracted, you can't use your abilities, so you wouldn't be able to use the Healing Potion, right? So there is that. So it doesn't work against Evasive. Or against Distracted, sorry. But I don't know, because healing is so universally good, right? Reflexes is not always good. Evasive is not always good. But healing is always good, right? If you're ever damaged, you should use it. Whereas the Reflexes and Evasive, you can only use if you're being attacked by that attack type. It's actually really close. I don't know. I think I like healing more though, or the healing and cleanse. I think the big part that it's also a cleanse, right? I don't know. It's hard to say. Very hard choice. I generally go for the Grant Healing, and he goes for Grant Evasive. But now, we do see that Beer Maiden play a pretty good choice here for a few reasons. One, you have that Shatter, and obviously we know that the Salamander will be playing a lot of equipment, so that's one reason that the Shatter / Beer Maiden is a good idea. And secondly, we have this Carouse, and you would generally think, well, there's no Dwarf here, right? Why would I play Carouse? How is that a good idea? But look at this. Magnificent is a Brute, so this Gritmon Magnificent is a Brute, which means that it will gain the 5 HP and 2 damage from the Brew, because obviously the Brew works on Brutes, so we all know this because I'm a Brute player. All right, there's the War Banner. Now they all have Evasive, rank 2. And now he's just gonna move forward with the Buzz, say, hey, I'm gonna kill you soon. I'm gonna have this Metamorphosis out. I have 2 champions versus 1, and I'm fine. He is fine with just sticking here, right? We have this support, range champion versus Evasive. You know, he can just chill back here. Is he in? 1, 2. And he also put the this Relic here out of attack range, right? So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he'd have to move 3 forward. So very good positioning on this War Banner, so it can't be killed by this Huntress either. So yeah, we have Evasive here, which is good. He's out of Rock Slide positioning, so Rock Slide is an AoE of 2, so he can't hit either of these. So just good positional ideas. I've been playing a lot of chess lately, and a lot of these words are kind of actually quite good for Poxnora as well. And obviously that makes sense because Poxnora is chess on steroids, right? I mean, if you think of what chess is and what Poxnora is, you have that, you know, the squares and... Oh, he actually plays it on the Tempest board. Also a Brute. Interesting to play it on the Summon, but also not bad because now you have regen, right? So you're kind of healing him up. Oh, but now you're going to run him in, though. Huh, okay. I thought playing the Brew on him is good because now you can just have him chill in the back. Ooh, I don't like that because you give him one equipment. You give him one equipment, he's back to full. Or he's not stunned anymore. Right? Ah, he has the kill, though. Rock Slide. Ah, okay, he has the kill. He doesn't have the charge, but he has the kill, right? Yeah, easy kill, right? Now he has the charge. There you go. Now he has the charge. Because with that, sorry, the rock that it was created rock terrain, and that allowed him to charge. So he gets the kill. But the boar should be dead, right? Yeah. I was iffy about this the Brew play, but now what I'm wondering though is I'm not sure if he needed the damage. Did he need the 2 damage from the Brew? I don't know. He runs away. Yeah, look at this play, though. Very intelligent, right? He's going to say, you know what? I'm going to move back with my Shield Warden. You now have to, like, run forward. You can't use this, right? It's 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. Actually, is he in range? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, no, he's 1 off. So he's 1 off to use the Metamorphosis. So perfect positioning by Alakhami so that the Metamorphosis can't be used this turn. And now it's 3 versus 1, 2, 3, 4. So 3 versus 4 because of the skill. And he doesn't really have a good, you know, target here. Yeah, he kills the summon, right? He kills the summon. He at the very least killed the carouse and the summon, right? So the carouse cooldown is gone. The summon is gone. He can now retreat. He has evasive rank 1, so he's doing okay against the Huntress. And then if he deploys, he's doing okay, right? He can deploy now. The Warden can't really move in safely, and he can now just move forward here or move this way, I guess, if he wants with a Nega Mage. I don't know. But it's really hard because look at this. He has Mirrored on this Magnificent, and this is all attack, not physical, right? So we have Magical, Fire. Here's Physical, but you don't really generally attack with this Buzz because you have so many abilities to use. So he needs to deploy a champion with attack physical if he wants to be able to deal with the Magnificent. And there is so little attack physical in Salamanders. This is probably the only one. That's a good deploy. It's a perfect deploy. Because now it helps against the evasive again, right? And the provision defense, always good. But there's very little attack physical in Salamander. So good deploy here. And what happened here also is he played the spell, right? So it was Hammer Strike, and then the kill, and he got the Norglobe. But he killed the summon and the cooldown of the carouse, right? So I think it's quite even. It's quite even because you killed the summon, you removed the carouse, and he had to use a spell, and he had used the Rock Slide. So Rock Slide used, carouse used, summon killed, spell used, right? So those are all things that you might not be able to see because all you see is, hey, it was a kill and no kill back. But, you know, it was spell and then a lot of cooldowns. Ooh, okay. He moves in. Not a bad idea, actually. Pretty good to move in here. Because, oh, but positioning is not good. Positioning is not amazing because, look, the Magnificent is kind of stuck here. So now if he just retreats with the Appraiser, then the Appraiser's not in danger anymore from the Magnificent. So, I mean, it's not the positioning's bad. It's just that the declared target didn't really work out too well. The tagged, at least. All right, but what's the play? Maybe he can kill the Shield Warden? Let's see, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. Again, out of range. Perfect positioning again on the Shield Warden. So he's out of range of the Slick and Buzz for the Metamorphosis. And in a few turns, what's going to happen? Because Carouse is a cleanse, once the Metamorphosis is used, it will actually just be cleansed by the Carouse. So he has 2 more turns, and then he doesn't have to be afraid of the Metamorphosis anymore. Ooh, deploy. So it's now 5 versus 4, but it is going to be BelaLugosi's turn. And like I said, FS bonus. So he's getting a bit of Nora every turn. It's very close. We do have Banner out, which is a bit of an advantage for BelaLugosi. He has to be playing more... it's hard. Does he play a champion here or a spell, right? Or a equipment, I mean. because he really wants evasive on his champions with that ingenuity. But on the other hand, he needs to deploy as well because otherwise he'll lose in champion, you know? It's very hard here. Very, very tense. Hard to see what to do. Like, I'm fine with both plays. Going back, let's say, imagine he just retreats, moves into range, and then he uses 2 equipment, or 2 spell, or 2 relics, I mean. Plays 2 relics and 1 equipment, and they all have then evasive 3 and loads of damage. And then it's a, you know, closed font battle. It's very hard, right? What do they say in chess? They say clogging up the middle, closing up the middle, right? Because when it's a closed battle, I think Salaman should have an advantage because of this ingenuity, right? Once they're all grouped up with ingenuities going off, it's like, fucking Christ, they're all insane. He has to move in, though. He's not in range of the evasive yet. So he has to move up a bit more, move him back. I think his play should be like this, move back, move forward, use 2 relics, and then just sit him in the font, right? But he's not in range yet here. Now he is, for this ingenuity at least. But he can still move him in range. He's not in range there yet. Like, moving him one more... Yeah, it's a bit of a misplay. I think moving him up would have been smarter. Ah, he has his... Oh, now he's going to use it. Huh, okay. So there you go. But I can't imagine he ever gets the kill here. Yeah, he's at 1 defense, which is good for him, I guess, right? Yeah, see, that was a bit awkward, in my opinion. A bit awkward. Yeah, I don't know. That was weird. Why would you play this relic here as well? Because he can't attack anything from this location, so why not just put it here? Because now he has something to do, right? So now the Magnificent has something to do, which is attack this Sacred Temple. Otherwise, he could have to move all the way back here, you know? Huh. So he can now just retreat and then get that cleanse with the carouse soon. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I think that was an awkward play. He also didn't put him in range of the Ingenuity evasive, which is... He could have moved him 1 forward. Yeah, I guess he was scared about the AP for Grand Action Potion, maybe? But yeah, now he's just going to attack this. He has something to do now. Otherwise, he wouldn't have done anything. Because he can't move through. Because of this, this terrain. Battle Drum? What the fuck? Why would you Battle Drum here? He has evasive. Rank 2. You're not attacking him, are you? Ah, okay. I did not even see you had the AP for that. Sick. Oh, he's 1 off. Yeah, he's evasive rank 2. So, he's a bit off. And he can't use Rock Slide. It's still on a cooldown. You can use a spell, though. But it'd be sad to use a spell here. You can use the Arc Blade next turn if he wants. Yeah. Shatter. He's afraid of Shatter, too, but it's on him. There you go. Moving very far forward with his Beer Maiden for some reason. Ah, there you go. So there's the kill. And then she kills this relic, right? Yeah, double tap. See, yeah. Kills the relic, kills the champion. And the thing is, these cooldowns, right? Like I said, it was... Oh, plays another spell. Just to stop the Arc Blade, I think. Right? And now the damage is gone, too. Yeah. So good plays. Now it's 5 versus 3, right? And I was talking before, hey, that 1 turn, it was even, right? Because he used so many abilities, right? He used the carouse, he used the spell, he used the, I don't know what else he used at that point, the boar. But at this point, now BelaLugosi is kind of in this meat grinder situation where he's always trying to stay in this font, but he just keeps dying, right? That was a really good play by Alakhami to get that kill. Look at that, Battle Drum, kill. Or Battle Drum, hit, kill. He did have to use a spell, which is sad for him, right? He didn't really want to have to use that. But what that also did with the Earthquake is it stopped the next turn, right? Because now they don't have the AP. Because he's at 0 AP. Even though I think he was at 0 anyway, wasn't he? Yeah, I think he was at 0 anyway, but whatever. But he has an attack. 15 damage, 17 damage. Does he have Blitz? No, or Empower offense. So he'll deal 15, minus 1 is 14, plus 16 is 30. So he doesn't have a kill. Even with Grand Action Potion, he doesn't have a kill, does he? Actually, if he double taps, that's then 17 minus 16, 32. 32 plus 14 is 46. He's still off. But he deployed, right? He keeps deploying. He's playing like a SP, right? SP plays just like this, where you're like, I don't care if you get a kill. I'm going to deploy. Fuck you. That's how SP plays. SP's like, I don't give a fuck if you keep killing me. I'm going to keep deploying and win. But that only generally works if you have 2 fonts with SP. That's something that I've noticed over my long years of playing. If you want to play this like style of, hey, I don't care if you keep... Ooh, is he going for him? Ooh. No, okay. The blind, but he's just blinding the beer maiden? Whatever. All right, GG. Yeah. SP plays like that, though, right? If you have 2 fonts as SP and you keep getting killed, like I play... Dude, I do have this happens to me as Voil so often. Where I'm playing Voil, I have 2 fonts, and they get a kill, I deploy. They get a kill, I deploy. They get a kill, I deploy. They get a kill, and I finally kill them back, and then like, fuck, I'll lose. Like that happens so often as Voil, where you just keep deploying, they keep getting kills, and you finally kill one of theirs, and then they're like, huh, I guess I lose. Because Voil is so fucking efficient. Voil are so like efficient in their stats. But yeah, there you go. Alakhami played really well, got some really sick kills. Yeah, he used those cooldowns in the early game, but he kept getting Nora Globes. Yeah, GG.